Well, howdy ho, Stampers. Welcome back to my studio. This is Deb Valder, and it's another one of our 2019 holiday projects. And today we're going to show you how to do a hot chocolate holder. They're absolutely adorable, fun to give, but you don't have to just use them for hot chocolate. You can use them for tea. You can use them for just about anything. But I'm actually incorporating a gift card holder in with it also. So let me just show you the two of them. Isn't this absolutely adorable? Now, this is the one we're going to work on today. I did use a test tube for that one. You can get that on one of the links below. I absolutely love this little saying, and who doesn't love Hallmark movies, right? Incorporate it with your hot chocolate and you're good to go. So on the inside of this, I have my hot chocolate and I have my little gift certificate that I handmade. So that's this one. That's the one we're going to be working on today. But I also adapted it for this little candy cane holder. And on the inside of it, look at that cute little saying. And I use this for a gift card also. So I'm going to show you a couple different things that we can do with these. But like I said, you can actually put a tea bag in here and get a little honey pack for out here. Just, you know, you can use it for anything. But I love this little guy right here. He took a little bite out of his little candy cane. I don't know if you can see that or not. Isn't that cute? So he was one of the naughty guys. So he got put on the naughty list. Again, all of these things are in our shop below, so make sure you check them out. All right, so the other thing I wanted to show you with these two, and these are my two examples, is I made this part of it wider so it would fit the the test tube, and this one I made smaller so that it would fit a candy cane. It could fit, like I said, a honey pack because I love tea and honey. So you can take and put anything in there, but you just want to adjust this little score mark right here and this little score mark right here. So hop on over to my blog. You'll see where I've made some of the adjustments and given you the measurements. So hop on over to that. Like I said, all the links are below. All right, so let's get started. We're going to put this little guy out to the side over here, and we're going to work on this one. We're going to take some of our new cardstock, and I'm going to just start cutting and scoring it for you. Okay, so let's bring out the little foot right here. And the first cut is going to be at 9 7/8. And we're going to turn it on the short side, and we're going to do it at 5 1/2. Now you can also take and adjust the width or the height of the card. So this one I made a 5 1/2 inch card, which is exactly what the what a normal size card height would be. So that's why I wanted to make it the 5 1/2, but you could make it smaller, you could make it shorter. Like I said, the world is the moon, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to score. So we're going to put this in and we're going to score at 4, then 4 5/8, and then we're going to score at 5 1/4. And that's all there is to it. Now, the only other thing that you have to do is you have to make the little slits. So what I do is I go to the short way, and or the short side on top, and I'm going to go in 1 3/4 inches. All right, I like to have a little bit of a meat and bones kind of thing here, so I make this part of it kind of big. Now I'm lining up my little pointers. That's why it's really good to have this kind of cutter scorer, is because these little pointers are very, very, very important. And I'm going to go up to this line. So this is my score line. This is my score line. I went right through the middle score line right here. All right, I'm going to take and turn it and do it on the exact same the other side. So 1 3/4. I'm going to start at that score and I'm going to go down to this score, and that's all there is to this. All right, so let's put this little guy away because it's done. And now what I'm going to do is to start folding. So you'll notice that this side is bigger than this side. That's okay. It's not a mistake. You'll see why in just a moment. So what I teach my customers to do is to just fold everything going the same way. And you want to bring into this your crease tool, because you want to have nice creases. All right, and this one right here. Okay, so now everything is all lined up. what I'm going to do next is to take my fingers and I'm going to push this middle one in, leaving the middle one out. Okay, so I pushed the middle in here and the middle in here, and then I left this inside piece going out right here. Okay, now that we have that done, we're going to flip it over, and you're going to notice that this doesn't meet this side, but that's okay. I'll explain it in a little while. Once we get our little test tube inside there, it's going to work absolutely perfect. All right, so there's that. Now let's work on our little guy right here, the stamped image. And I'm going to bring in my little MISTI for that. I've already got my stamps all set up. I've already got my cardstock pre-cut, and I ran it through my Vagabond with my awesome little die. And let me just show you those. Right here, these are our 2D dies. I love these. These are the cross-stitch dies. The link is below. We just absolutely adore these. All right, so I've already pre-done that for you. And now what we're going to do is stamp. So I've got my stamps all lined up here. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to bring in some of my ink and ink up my image here. And let's just press this little guy down. There we go. So pretty. All right, so now what I'm going to do is start to color. And I'm going to use my pans from Alt to New. I love these little guys because they have so much color. I do have a couple of sets of these, and I'm just going to color away, and we'll see how it comes out. I'm going to use both a number 4 and a number 1 brush. I love both of these. The number 1 is going to be for all of the small little pieces. Okay, now that we've got that all colored, we're going to take and put some embellishments on, and we're going to take and put it all together. So we've got this piece right here. Now we have to put the layering pieces on. So let's bring in these things right here. This is the piece we've already done. So now what I want to do is put my layering piece on. So let me bring in some of our sparkle paper. And you know me, I never waste anything. So I'm going to show you how to take and cut out the inside of this so that you have, you can save this piece and just use the sparkle paper. All right, so I'm going to do it to the red piece because we're going to layer with red. So let's bring in our cutter again. And what I do is very simple. I just cut about a ½ inch all the way around. So I'm going to start right here. And it doesn't matter what the outside piece looks like because we're far enough in that everything is going to cover it. All right. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. I could actually put one of my dies back onto it, but this is just as easy for me. And I'd like to show you different ways to do things. All right, so this piece on the inside right here is going to be a piece that I'm going to use for other things. All right, so oops, I didn't go far enough on that one, but that's okay. All right, so this piece we're going to actually use on another card, and this is what we're going to use on this one. So you're actually saving some of the bulk, and you're also saving paper. All right, I do this all the time. All right, so now we have the layer ready for this right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of our foam tape and just add it to this piece right here. I love dimension on cards. I think they're just so very, very pretty. And this foam tape is absolutely phenomenal. It cuts easy. It's very economical, so it's good to use. Okay, so there we go. Let's grab our little poker here and just grab off these little pieces. Alrighty, now I'm going to take and add it to this piece right here. And you just want to get that centered. Perfect, perfect. Okay, and now what we're going to do is add it to our green piece. And the beauty about using this is that it's already taped, because we're kind of doing double duty on that. All right, so we're just going to add that to our green piece. There we go. Okay. All righty, so we've got that part of it. So the outside of it, except for the embellishments, are done. So now let's work on the inside. So on the inside of this one, I didn't attach my hot cocoa because I'm actually going to put it in here. I did a little gift certificate over here, but this one I did, I hand did this one on the computer. So you can personalize any way that you want. Or I took a clear cello bag. I'm going to take some adhesive, and you can use any adhesive that you want. I kind of like using some of my clear adhesive. So what I'm going to do, this is my permanent runner. I'm just going to change out this right here. This is how easy this is. All right, add this. You want to take an, I always start at the bottom one, and I add it to this one right here. Make sure you don't drop these, because these little guys in here are very delicate, and if you drop it, they could snap off. All right, they are, and that's how easy this is. All right, so I'm just going to add on the top of this some of my clear runner. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add it with my little gift card down to the bottom. Okay, so there's my gift card. Perfect. And then over here, I'm going to take and I'm going to add my little hot cocoa packet, because this is all about the hot cocoa. So I did the same thing. Now you could just glue your hot cocoa to the bottom of this if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do is the same exact thing. I'm going to take my permanent runner, and I just again used a clear cello bag. All right, I'll change that back in just a moment. And I want to put my cocoa in there because this one is an extra long one. I love this Land O'Lakes cocoa, and it comes in all different kinds. I just did a raspberry one for another gift. Oh, they loved it. All right, so I'm just going to add that to the inside of there. Like I said, this one's a little bit long, so I wanted to make sure that I got it inside the card. You can just do what I did and just kind of flip it over a little bit here on the top, but that way there it comes out. All right, straighten that up a little bit here. Good, good, good. Okay. All right, so we've got the inside done with all of our little goodies, okay? Now we're going to take, and I'm going to show you, let's put this back, because I like to have everything back in order, and I can just show you again how to do this. Take it out. Remember, I always start with this one. Very carefully, put that one in there like that. Boom, we're ready to go for the next time. All right? All right, so now we are almost done. Remember what I told you? This right here is going to be for our little test tube. So what I want to do is open this up, and I want this to be permanent. So I'm going to take some of our very thin tape. Okay, this is the 1/8 inch tape, and you could use 1/4 also, but I like using the 1/8 inch. All right, it's so tiny. Okay, there we go. Add it there and there, and then grab my little picker. And what this is going to do is, let's get those out of the way. It's going to lay this flat. All right, so I'm just going to lay that flat just like that. So now when you open it up, this automatically stands up. Do you see how that stands up? And then when you open it, remember we were creasing this really well. We want to open this and just lay it down like that. So now when we have it closed, it's even over here. We open it up, And we've got all of our hot chocolate. I just have to straighten that up. It's still a little crooked. We have our hot chocolate. So the only thing, two things we have left to do is I want to show you my little test tubes. So you can buy any size test tube that you want. I get these from Amazon, and the link is below. But they're just great to have for things like this. Be careful if you get the glass ones. You don't really want to give those to children, just in case they do break. But so let me just grab my test tube, and I did most of my marshmallows. Now, the reason I'm saying I did my marshmallows is because if I try to fit in my marshmallows, these are just little mini marshmallows, depending on the size of the marshmallow, but if you try to stuff these in here, you'll never get them back out again. But as you can see, mine do come out. All right, and I'm going to show you how I did that, just because I want you to know how to do this from beginning to end without any stress. I just take, with clean hands, I just take and roll my marshmallows so they're a little bit thinner, okay? So the difference between these two, and if you do it really like in short strokes like that, okay, it's going to come out really perfect, all right? And then they just slide right in here. If I tried to stick that one in there, it doesn't work, all right? And then just stick the top on there, and then that goes in the side right here like this. All right, if you want to put a little bit of adhesive, don't put it on your item like the candy cane or this. Make sure you put the adhesive right here. So like on a candy cane, I would put one little glue dot here and one little glue dot here, and then glue it in, and it won't slide all over. This one's pretty snug, so it shouldn't. If you have extra marshmallows, just eat them as you go along, okay? All right, so now I got a couple more embellishments to show you with a marshmallow in my mouth. Okay. So what I did for her little beanie up here is I'm using some of our, it's chunkier glitter. And what I mean by that is you put it on and it stays chunky. All right. This is called it's called Fresh Snowfall. And I'm going to use that for her little beanie top right here. All right. And see, it just looks like it's just cute. Now I did cover all the lines because I didn't want anybody to see that there were lines underneath there. But I also have this awesome, and you want to get it now because this is Christmas. This is our Christmas collection. This is called Holiday Cheer. And I can add those to our little berries if I wanted to. I could add them to the candy cane if I wanted to. Oh, I know. Let's do it on our little... Nope, I'm not going to do it with this one. So this is Holiday Cheer. And then I also have, this one is the winter cranberry, and that one's going to stay chunky. And the reason I want to do this one over here is because I wanted my little heart to really stand out. All right, so there we go. Isn't that so cute? All right, I got a little bit outside the lines. I'm going to grab my little poker here, and that's what I love about this little poker. Okay, and just ease it back in there again. Isn't that adorable? And here is our little snow. So these two are identical, except I took the hot chocolate out of this one, and I just switched up the colors. Isn't that adorable? And then this little guy right here is totally different. This is the one I did in my classes, all right? And it's just got a little saying here. You can put over here, you can take and put a gift card in there. They're just so much fun. If you have any questions, you just let us know. We're always here to help. But remember to subscribe and click on that little bell right there to always get our videos. Hit the thumbs up button if you like us, okay? And then share it with your friends. That's how we get out there. That's how we enjoy making all these movies for all of you. So share, share, share. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day.